I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cornell.
We have about 14,000 undergraduate students. Do you guys know what undergraduate students are? So after you graduate high school and you go to college, usually college, you stay in college for 4 years. You're at that point considered an undergraduate student. So when your parents were in high school, they got a high school diploma, and usually they could get a job very easily. Nowadays, you have to have a college degree to easily get a job. Does that make sense? So if you think of it that way, you almost have to go on to be a graduate student in order to get a really good job that you really want, right? Okay.
Close my eyes, feel the rhythm, wrap around, take a hold of my heart.
What we want to do. So even if you go in and like you want to play with
What I'm feeling, keeps me leaving. I can't have it all now. I'm dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen.
So if you're interested in medical science, or can you name for me some other majors in the College of Human Ecology?
Human biology, health and society.
Human biology, health and society. We call that HBHS for short.
Global and public health science.
Global public health design and environmental analysis. These are some of the majors here, okay? If you like interior design, if you like fashion design, if you're interested in policy and developing policy that affects our nation, right? This would be a really great college for you. Architecture major is a 5-year professional program. It is the #1 architecture major in the country. School of Hotel Administration is the first school of hotel administration in the United States ever to exist, and it is the #1 school of hotel administration in the U.S. If you're looking for the definition of applying your schoolwork to the real world, the School of Hotel Administration is exactly that. We have a building on campus that is the School of Hotel Administration, and next to it, connected by a bridge, so our students don't even have to walk outside, they're so spoiled. They walk across the bridge and into a 5-star functioning hotel. That's kind of cool. So, you go to class and then you go to work right in the hotel, okay? It's really beautiful. Our faculty at Cornell are Nobel Prize winners and Pulitzer Prize winners.
Just come alive, you can dance right through your life.
These next 5 things that I'm going to talk with you about are things that we look for in the application process. And I want to be detailed and share this information with you now because this will help you in high school. I have a lot of groups of students that come and they talk to me when they are juniors. At that point, it's too late. If you don't have good grades by your junior year, it's really hard to get them up. If you don't have good relationships with your teachers by your junior year, it's really hard to find people who will speak on your behalf positively for college, okay? So this is a perfect time that you're coming and talking with me. So we look holistically at applications. There's no formula that I can give you that will get you into Cornell. A lot of families call me like, my daughter has a 98 GPA and she's got a 1600 SAT score. That's awesome. Good for her. Will she be admitted to Cornell? There's no guarantee. There's no formula that I can give you, okay? We're also looking for the right fit, and I'll talk more about this in a second. But first I want to talk with you about these 5 things. And I'm going to skip the first one and start at the second piece. This bullet point is academic profile. This is the part of the application where I get to see your high school transcript and your high school's profile, okay? Usually, your guidance counselor will send me these 2 documents with a recommendation letter speaking positively about you, okay? So have a good relationship with your guidance counselor. That's very good, very important. Your high school transcript shows me the classes that you're taking and your GPA. Yes, I want to see you have a very strong GPA, okay? But a lot of students who have high GPAs are not taking the challenging courses that are offered to them. They're taking the easy road. We want to see that you are taking challenging courses and you're doing well in them. So if that means you need to go to your teacher's office after school and work out that math problem so that you can get an A on your homework and you can pass that math test, we want to see you're doing that. Or we want your teachers to write us and tell us that you have been the hardest working student in that class, okay? So what we're really looking at on your transcript are your classes and the grades you're getting in those classes. Does that make sense? But definitely try to take some of those challenging courses because it shows me that you are preparing yourself. You are actively, you're sitting in the driver's seat of your educational car. You might have someone in the passenger seat like helping you along the road, but you are driving your educational car, right? I want to see that you're taking the classes, the challenging courses that are interesting to you. The next things we require are recommendation letters. We ask for 2 teacher recommendation letters from high school. If you aren't building strong relationships with your teachers now, I highly encourage that you start. I do read letters from teachers who say, Brittany was a really nice girl, but I can't speak positively about her. She doesn't work hard in my class, and she asked me to write this letter just before my holiday break. I read those, and if your teacher isn't going to speak positively about you, why would we want to admit you to Cornell? Okay? Think about that. So when your teachers ask you to do your homework, or if they say, you know what, why don't you do this bonus work so that you can get some extra credit? Do it. Do those things that'll help you to maintain strong relationships with them so they can write positively about you, okay? And if you're applying for a major like English, it would be great to have maybe an English teacher write your recommendation letter so that we can see what your skills are in those classes. Next is your involvement with your school and your community. Are you guys involved with community stuff? Extracurricular activities? What are you involved in?
I do a lot of community service.
Okay.
And Irish dance.
Irish dance, very cool. Anyone else? If you're not, I would encourage you to start thinking about it strongly.
We went to the rescue mission.
The rescue mission, you volunteer at the rescue mission. Once, twice, 3 times? Once? Maybe a couple more times? Getting involved is important. I want to know how you have impacted your community and how your community has made you who you are today. I'm not just looking to admit hardworking students. We want good roommates. I want to know that when you come to Cornell, you're going to positively impact our community. And if you currently go home and sit around and play video games, or you go home and you sit on your phone and you text with your girlfriends, unless you are applying to be a computer science major and you want to change the world of text messaging, that doesn't tell me that you are going to positively impact our college campus, okay? I want to know what church organizations you're involved with. I want to know what clubs outside of high school that you participate in. Community can mean anything, where you work, where you eat, where you sleep, where you play, where you pray. All of these things are important to us. We want to know who you are, okay? So if you're not involved with it now, think about getting involved on some level with different organizations outside of your academic